Hello you guys, good evening, welcome. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon, or excuse me, good evening to Sarah, good evening to Marco. Hope you guys could hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me first of all. Put a number 5 in the chat if you could hear me. Right now we're at the gate here at Dallas Love Field, and we're going to take this all the way up to Denver today. Looks like we got some ATC going on in Denver, so should be pretty fun heading up there today. Looks like we just got DFW, so nothing in Dallas Love Field, which is fine. But yeah, we're going to be taking out this plane up to Denver. We're going to be using Southwest Virtual Procedures, and we're going to be using their very new product, their 8 cars, or the Love Cars 5. So we won't fly yet, but they have this new ACAR system. It does your perf data, it does your landing data, it does literally everything you could do in real life ACARs. So it's awesome. We're going to be using this today, so it'll be awesome to show you that. I'll go ahead and cut the music, and we're going to go ahead and get into the sim here, and go ahead and turn up the sound here. Let me know if the sounds get out of whack, if my microphone's too loud, if the sim is too quiet, sim's too loud, let me know. Still trying to figure out my audio settings. Alright, so here we are, we're in the jet. Let's go ahead and start getting this ready to go up to Denver. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure that we have our parking brake is set, and we got that set there. Let's go ahead and come up to the overhead panel. We'll turn on the battery and make sure that's set to battery. We're going to check to make sure we have, I believe it's over 23 volts. So we got 23 volts right there. We got sufficient power. We're going to go ahead and turn on one fuel tank, and we're going to come over to the emergency exits. We'll arm that, and we'll go ahead and come to here. We're going to go down. We're going to do the fire test. We're going to do left. And then the click spot's always hard for me, so I have to kind of maneuver my way down here. And then click over. We don't get this light right here because it's only if you have AC power. We'll check the squibs. That's good. And we'll also check the cargo fire. And that is good there. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and turn on the ground power. And we'll come up to the overhead, and we'll go ahead and turn on to nav. And after we do that, we could start coming down to the FMC first. And my nav data is out of date. I forgot to update it via Navigraph, but for our purposes, it should be fine. So we'll pretend that we're in date here. Just kind of check everything, make sure that we have the proper update from PMDG. This is their latest update that they released, and according to Robert over at PMDG, this should be the last update before they release the tablet. So very exciting. We're at 700 today. We'll go to pause in it. We'll go ahead and put in KDAL for Dallas, and we'll see if it takes our gate number. It does not. It's a hit and miss when it comes to gate numbers, so we'll just wait for the GPSL right here, and we'll go ahead and paste that in. Hope everyone's night is going well so far. I'd like to thank you guys for showing up. I really do appreciate it. Hope everything is well. Go ahead and wait for this to align. We'll put that in, and then we'll get the rest of this setup going. But yeah, we got we're going to be showing you guys the love cars. So let's go ahead and open that now while we're waiting. We could go ahead and we'll double click that. We'll say, yes, I'm going to fly that. And then we go to this flight page. The really cool thing is you have your out, off, on, and end times. So this is scheduled. We're going to push back at 48. Right now it's 37. So we might not be able to push back on time. So you just kind of have to start it at when it's 10 minutes to push or 20 minutes to push or whatever it is. But there's no real penalties if you are late, so that's the nice thing about it. Really cool thing is that they get all their Southwest flights from I believe Flight Radar 24, but they track all the flight numbers. So for example, this flight which is 4970 is a real life flight that takes you from Dallas to Denver. And even down to the gates. So this flight in real life took off out of 17 and arrived at C57. So really cool to do that. So what you could do here is when you go to flights, you could go to dispatch here, and you just kind of fill out all of this. So we're departing. You could kind of have to say your departure. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the weather. We'll take a look at the weather for our flight and in Dallas. So you can see a lot of convection in the area, a lot of convective activity happening. So we'll look out for that, especially on the coming into Denver. But we might have a clear shot in. We could go ahead and look at GRMITs. That's good too. We could go to METARs. And we can kind of take a look at our two airports. We'll go Dallas, and we'll go Denver. And we'll include a TAF, and then we'll get the data here. So yeah, fuel clouds.